Good morning. Welcome to TMI Socials. My name is Anu Oluwapo Stevens, your social media guide. As always, here to take you on a wondrous ride on social media. Now let's quickly move over to the footballing scene yesterday, where the social media was buzzing as, of course, the Super Eagles head coach Finidi George was stranded. And, you know, they kind of like changed his name to Finished George because he couldn't, you know, give Nigerians what they wanted. Well, let's go listen to what he had to say after, you know, the Super Eagles of Nigeria got defeated by Benin Republic. Take a listen.
Yeah, it's to win, but there's no special formula for that. We have to see how the players will start the new season and see how we can get the best out of the players. So everybody must be committed. I think with that commitment, we will win games. I believe we're going to win games. And if we can win games, the battle will still be there. So we can't throw in the towel because we've had only 3 points. We have to find a way to get these players back in a way for them to perform.
Tell me about it. Speaking about finding a way, so here is the gist. Benin Republic yesterday beat the Super Eagles for the first time on Monday, defeating them 2-1. And of course, Nigeria have only a miserable 3 points from the 4 World Cup qualification games and are at the risk of missing the next football tournament. Let's see how you reacted to George's, you know, statements. This user says, he is not making any sense to me. Speaks like Peter Obi. What is this? Another thought still on this one. Okay, Ikoi says, with the quality of players Nigeria has, we should be talking about winning the World Cup. You have Lukman, Boniface, Osimhen, and you're still struggling? Is this a curse or what? Now, one more thought on this, just one more. Just King says, this man doesn't have what it takes to manage this Super Eagles team. Well, away from that, in another development, still on yesterday's football saga, the Super Eagles were caught reciting the old national anthem at Benin. And of course, it sparked a whole lot of reactions on socials. Take a listen. And unity. Now, this is me trying to sing it, but let's see how you reacted and dragged them on socials. Okay, so this user is saying, no wonder they are losing. Going against the country's anthem? No way. Another thought on this one still. David says, but it is wrong because they are the image makers of the country. I mean, why would you be singing the old national anthem? What's that? Now, this guy says, old national anthem says our father's land. New national anthem says our mother's land. Una sure say Nigeria no needs DNA test like this. Like, what is going on? Well, moving over to that one, still on the news yesterday on the social media street, a group of lawmakers in the House of Representatives yesterday proposed some amendments to the 1999 Constitution, which they believe will improve governance in the country. Now, the group led by Ikenga Ugochinyere, a member representing Idiato Federal Constituency, proposed a 6-year single tenure for the president and the 36 state governors. The lawmakers also sought the creation of offices for 2 VPs, that's 2 vice presidents, one from the southern region and the other from the northern region of the country. Let's listen to what they said yesterday, and I'll be here to take your thoughts.
The energy we spend in battling over which of the zones should produce, issues of inclusion and so on and so forth, and the attendant costs can be waived if we all agree that power should rotate between north and south and among the 6 geopolitical zones.
We're also aware of a certain declaration that was made in Adamawa State, I guess. If we had this form of legislation, that would never have taken place.
Now, some of the things also proposed by this set of persons says that the group also proposed an amendment to the Electoral Act 2022 to ensure that all the governorship elections are held on the same day. And they also went ahead to say, but initially, the proposal of a 6-year single tenure for political office holders against the double terms of 4 years that we have in the country has made headlines in the past. So what is saying right now that it is not a new thing, as we have heard it before. And of course, the Senate and House of Representatives back then kicked against this bill. Let's move over to you, the streets of socials, to get your thoughts. This user says, rotation among zones still won't eradicate nepotism. A particular zone would come to power and focus on his region. Rise and repeat. The best solution is a regional system or referendum. The earlier, the better. Another thought still on this beat, Andrew is saying, first it was interest rate hike, then it was a national anthem change, now this. I really hope that the legislative arm of government have in mind the common man who cannot afford to make ends meet because of the harsh realities of our economy. Well, that's all we have on this story. But finally, on this particular bit, Nyesom Wike was trending yesterday because of a particular picture, a road construction, beautiful stuff he's doing in Abuja. As it says, he was being hailed for creating a bicycle lane on a particular road in Abuja. And of course, Nigerians have been grinning with excitement. Finally, we have a bicycle lane in Abuja. Now, those were the pictures trending on social media streets yesterday. Let's take your thoughts on this one. Gold Hair Empire says, as fuel don't cost, make everybody they use bicycle. He's thinking ahead into the future. Nice one, Wike. Well done, well done. OJ says, praised for doing simple things. The kind bare minimum we have been subjected to, only God indeed will help us. And of course, finally on this one, Mrs. Deb says, the way we are praising our politicians for the barest minimum amazes me. Yes, indeed. And also yesterday, the vice president of Malawi was trending as an aircraft carrying the Malawi's vice president, Saulos Chilima, and 9 others has reportedly gone missing. And now this particular story was everywhere on socials. Let's take 2 reactions to this bit. Okay, William says, was the president and the deputy having good relationship? Can a plane carrying a deputy president just disappear like that? Something is wrong here. Another reaction still on the story on socials. Williams again is still asking, where is Malawi's security services? How are plane carrying their vice president just been missing? Is either the plane crashed or hijacked, otherwise they must be embarrassed with themselves. Well, that's how we get to wrap up TMI Socials this morning. Philip?
Yep. Well, quite awesome. I went through what you just said, and the one that takes my attention is that of the 6-year tenure.
Right.
A situation where the #1 office of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be tailored in that direction. It gives room for those who want to have the ulterior motive to steal, to do it once and for all, because they know that after the 6-year tenure, they're not coming back. Well, I believe that the citizens of the country would work towards that and make sure that such legislations don't see the light of the day. Well, it's not strange. We had this earlier on, and we don't know how it was taken off, but we just hope that there will be a change in the right direction, most especially to do the needful as regards ameliorating the plights of the citizens.